Republicans recently have been trying to thrust critical race theory or their weird version of it into literally everything. Sometimes in a way that's not quite artful. Like it still takes a little bit of thought to try to make everything about critical race theory. So I want you to listen to this. It's Fox and Friends, which is like one of the most watched news shows in the entire country. This is Ainsley Earhart trying to talk about immigration with critical race theory and gas taxes and everything else. I assume because her teleprompter broke, but here is what she had to say.
Tell you, the midterms are going to be interesting because people are not in favor of this. We all have a heart for many of them. If you're an asylum seeker and you're persecuted in your country, you're legally allowed to be here and you can come over.
You can apply.
Even if you can apply, right. And then they investigate and they determine that. But just to walk over and to not follow the rules and do what everyone else has done, we're seeing gas prices going up. We're seeing people, the majority of America, even the Democrats, say they want you to have to show an ID when you go and vote. The Democrats that are on the Hill right now, they don't want that. It's going to be interesting because, and then critical race theory in our schools, we've gone so far to the left on this. Kamala Harris won't go down there to the border. Now she's passing this, she's in charge of this child tax credit plan where parents under a certain amount of money will get $3,600 a child. And so are people going to have more kids just so they can get more money? Are these illegal immigrants who might come over and are on the books and do pay taxes, are they going to get this credit too? Are all their children going to get this credit? These are all the questions and all the concerns of Americans. Did I mention high gas prices?
You did.
My dad's upset about that. And inflation.
Yeah, no, you mentioned it. You mentioned pretty much everything randomly, like just like a fire hose of talking points. I don't know. Something with people coming across the border and then gas prices. I guess immigrants are messing with the gas prices. I don't know, but you should be worried about it. Why critical race theory? Also stuff. And Harris, doesn't she suck? I don't know, but I guess this is millions of people are watching that and finding it to be very convincing, Yasmin.
I forgot what her original talking point was, so I had to look back at the Chiron for the damage.
It's about migrants.
Yeah, and I was just, I forgot what her original point was as I was watching that clip. It feels like a lot of fear-mongering. It feels like taking an advantage of an audience that you understand is very poorly informed about a lot of these issues. So you can kind of throw a whole bunch of terms that they have already been told are scary terms at them. So they all just conflate it together like, oh, immigration is bad, so is critical race theory. And if we didn't have immigrants, maybe we wouldn't need critical race theory. Like, I don't know what her point was. I don't know how she was trying to tie it all in together. I don't know why gas prices are involved. I don't know why Kamala Harris is involved. But here we are. And it is concerning because that is one of the most watched news programs on the news today. And Fox News really does have a monopoly on their narrative, right? They don't have a whole, there isn't a CNN and an MSNBC equivalent to Fox News, right? So whatever they say, people just hear that and then they go with it. And then, the narrative is important, right? Because you could have somebody who looks like the woman who was talking just now say all these terms to someone like me very confidently. And I know what it is. She knows what it is. But the people parroting her back, they don't understand what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
And all these ideas keep getting perpetuated. That's why people can say with all the confidence in the world that the Civil War was fought over states' rights and not slavery, even though obviously it was fought over slavery. It's there in their bylaws, So it is a problem. It doesn't make any sense, but it's a problem. And I think it is hard for people like you, John, who your head will explode just trying to make sense of it and having to communicate that to people, and we all appreciate the work that you do because it is hard and it is infuriating and it will make your head explode.
It will. I would like people to not just throw talking points at you.
Yeah.
Like if you can't explain why critical race theory is wrong in a way that actually reflects in any way on what it is, then that's an issue. That's an issue.
Yeah, and especially that hasn't been done.
Exactly.
In any of their arguments, they haven't said why it's bad or why it doesn't need to be taught in schools. They haven't offered any kind of actual explanation as to why they're so against it because the actual reason they can't say out loud.
Exactly. They just don't want you to talk about racism because they want their voters to feel comfortable feeling racist. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.